turns out quizzing the audience at Howard University about the history of Black America worked better in the teleprompter than it did in the room. Who could have seen that coming? Awkwardness aside, though, there is the more nuts and bolts issue of Senator Rand Paul's own record on the issue of race and discrimination and civil rights.
I've never been against the Civil Rights Act, ever. And I still continue to be for the Civil Rights Act as well as enforcement of the 14th Amendment. And I have been concerned about the ramifications of certain portions of the Civil Rights Act beyond race, as they are now being applied to smoking, menus, listing calories and things on menus, and guns. And so I do question some of the ramifications and the extensions, but I've never questioned the Civil Rights Act and never come out in opposition to the Civil Rights Act.
I've never questioned the Civil Rights Act. I could be wrong here, but I think the one interview that Rand Paul was referring to in that clip is the one that he did with me on this show back in May 2010. I remember it because it's the last time he ever spoke to me. But the reason I asked him in the first place was because of what Rand Paul had told his hometown newspaper on that subject just a few weeks earlier.
Would you have voted for the Civil Rights Act of 1964?
I like the Civil Rights Act in the sense that it ended discrimination in all public domains, and I'm all in favor of that.
But?
You had to ask me the but. I don't like the idea of telling private business owners. I abhor racism. I think it's a bad business decision to ever exclude anybody from your restaurant. But at the same time, I do believe in private ownership.
That was Rand Paul in 2010 questioning the Civil Rights Act. And this was Rand Paul today.
Never questioned the Civil Rights Act.
I mean, it's one thing to have a sketchy record on racial discrimination and basic civil rights law that you don't want to defend. It's another thing to be condescending enough to think you can get away with just flat-out lying about it. If you're a U.S. Senator, you're Googleable, and people are going to Google you before they turn out to hear you speak, so they will know it when you lie to their faces.